Was there any big talk in comedy yesterday about the Hinchcliffe of it all?
It happened right when I was at the Comedy Cellar, and it was like people were saying it wrong. They didn't get the whole thing. They're like, "Trump said Puerto Rico's garbage." I was like, "No, no, it was actually a comic, and it
So
was
here's my
Tony Hinchcliffe."
question. Here's
Yeah.
my question. Do you think, and I'm not saying this really matters one way or the other, but I'm just curious intellectually to know, was he mocking everything? Is he sort of mocking them? Like by being
Who?
like, s-
Yes.
is Hin
Well, he's
is
bo
Hinch
both, both.
he's mocking everything.
Yeah, he's doing comedy.
Like
Now
he's the
now
literally
all we heard, that clip is one joke,
right.
but
Well,
I
I
would
heard a
like to
couple.
see the
Yeah.
whole set.
Right. Now,
As a
you can have a
comic as a
yeah.
comic, and not even knowing Hinchcliffe, which I do know, and that's the type of humor he does. As a comic, that was the right move. He made a joke.
Right.
He made a joke. I don't even know the story. Is there an island of garbage out there like people are talking about?
Oh, like was he playing into something that actually
Yeah,
exists?
is like that a
Right. Or
news thing?
I don't know.
Okay, so apparently there's some kind of island of garbage that's like whatever. In New York, making a Puerto Rican joke like is great. It's great.
But time and place
Now,
matter, so people take it
no,
differently
never,
given the tenor of the whole thing.
never. Time and place.
Well,
You hired a comedian to open people clipping it and making it a racial thing. That's the retarded part.
oh no, no, I'm not saying he's wrong for doing what he does. I'm saying they're dumb. People already think
Oh,
that
that
your
they
whole
don't know
thing
he's
is
retarded.
racist. Yes, and then you decided to bring in a guy who's going to make whatever jokes he wants to make. And now everyone's talking about your event
Trump.
in this particular way. Yes.
I bet Trump hates it because it got so much attention, not on him.
No, no, that's probably the biggest thing. It's the number one
That's
thing being talked about. And he
yeah,
had a lot of people come out.
yeah. See, I only
He had
saw that
Hulk
one thing.
Hogan. He had Hulk Hogan. I mean, he had Donald Trump Jr., Eric Trump, Stephen Miller, the who's who of the axis of evil
But
were all there. And all
yeah,
anyone was talking about is Hinchcliffe.
that's right. Hinchcliffe got a moment. He killed the Tom Brady roast. Kill Tony's the biggest podcast slash comedy show there is. He's having a
And
great
by the
moment.
way, and now Hinchcliffe is in a position actually where he can now tell the story of what he intended to do and what his thoughts were on it right now. He can decide how he wants it to play for him at this moment.
I
It's on him.
as I know Hinchcliffe pretty well, it's playing all great. This is great. He loves this.
He
He
doesn't
loves
care.
this. He loves the booze. Cause like
He
he
already
probably has
responded.
what'd he say?
Well, okay.
He said, like, "It's all jokes, like, I just you took it like, there was a full set." Like, he already said it. He wrote about it.
Thanks for horribly paraphrasing that, Billy June.
Billy's had a couple of times today when he's like, I'm going to jump in and say something. And then when he gets here, it's like, but you didn't, he could have just, if you'd taken 12 more seconds, Billy, he could have
Yeah,
went
just
to his
read it.
Twitter.
Just read it to us.
These people have no sense of humor. Wild that a vice presidential candidate would take time out of his busy schedule to analyze a joke taken out of context to make it seem racist. I love Puerto Rico on vacation there. I made fun of everyone. Watch the whole set. I'm a comedian, Tim. Might be time to change your tampon.
Who's who
That's
who's
Tim
the
Wall.
white oh well, yeah, that's yeah, it's a joke. Now, I get it. If you uh-oh. What the fuck did I
Hmm.
just do?
What'd you do?
Lights out. Um, if you don't know Hinchcliffe and it just looked like a speaker at a Trump rally, okay, I get it. But I know him and he's a comedian. And I have no qualms.
Um, I'll push back on a couple of things. Him going back after Walls and saying, like, here's the thing that I would explain to Tony Hinchcliffe. It's not out of context to make it seem racist, buddy. You were speaking at an event that most people consider racist. So the context, you can't act as if there wasn't context. The context was you were speaking to a room of racists. So I hear what he's saying, but bro, yeah, that's a gamble you took. Like you made racist jokes at a gathering of racists. So you could see why people would be sensitive about it.
No, I could see why people would be sensitive about it, but also he doesn't care. Like
Right. That's the bigger part. And
he's not one of these
I don't know.
comics gonna be like, "I'm so sorry for my actions. I shouldn't have said." No, it's a fucking joke. Relax. I was the hired comedian at a gig, and I wrote jokes that fit the audience.
Let's see if anyone posted the full set. Actually, I would be a little curious about that.
Bro, if you took some of my jokes out of context, it would look crazy. That's what jokes are.
But they do
I
come. They do
literally,
sound. They sound crazier when you're at a big racist convention, though. I will say.
I literally, like one of my jokes starts or in the middle of it is like, I like Trump. Now, if you just take that part, it's gonna look
Yeah,
crazy.
I know. It doesn't sound right.
I like Trump.
All right, here's the whole
I'm
Tony
clipping
Hinchcliffe
that
set. Let's
out.
do that as
I'm
the last
clipping
thing.
that out right now, Cipha.
That's it. Done. Here's our last thing. Let's do this. Maybe this Patreon. I don't know.
Madison Square Garden, how we feeling, huh?
Also, he just did kill Tony at Madison Square Garden and sold it out. So there's not even
Oh, I was sleeping in my car behind the comedy
He sold out the garden for Kill Tony.
Kill Tony. The
Three
Garden.
nights.
store in LA.
3 nights.
And I'm proud to say this is my 4th time performing at Madison
See?
Square Garden, the most famous arena in the damn world. The American dream alive and well right here. This is very different than where I'm used to performing, though. I'm used to nighttime with people drinking, not so many babies in the crowd, and people that are obviously only here for Lee Greenwood tonight. Normally, I don't make my political beliefs a known thing. It's divisive for a comedian to do that, but just know I sleep well at night knowing who I'm voting for. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Is that well? Let's hear what he says. Before I say how pussy that is, let me watch the whole thing.
When I lay down and my
Here we
head
go. See?
hits my pillow. It is a fantastic pillow, by the way.
See, that's a
I
great
was
joke.
staying at the Four Seasons
good
up by
joke.
Central Park one night, and I laid my head down, and it felt so good. And I thought to myself, what an amazing pillow. I have a little bit of money now. I could buy a good pillow. And I took the pillowcase off, and there it was. My pillow, my pillow, my pillow. And damn it, I bought 4 of them. And if you use the promo code KillTony, you can also buy 4 my pillows. There's serious stuff happening, people. I live in the great state of Texas now.
We're gonna cheer for
18
Texas.
years in Ohio, 20 years in California, and I got to see California turn to absolute horrendous thing. And traveling the world, I got to see San Francisco turn into one of the most demented cities, one of the greatest downfalls I've ever seen. And that is where the other candidate worked for 2 decades. And it's absolutely wild to see. And in Texas, stuff is really, really crazy. We're right there by a wide open border. Where are my proud Latinos at tonight? You guys see what I mean? It's wide open. There's so many of them. It's absolutely incredible. Believe it or not, people, I welcome migrants to the United States of America with open arms. And by open arms, I mean like this.
Yeah, this is a Hinchcliffe set.
It's wild. And these Latinos, they love making babies too. Just know that. They do. They do. There's no pulling out. They don't do that. They come inside, just like they did to our country.
See, that's the thing though. But that sounds like he's mocking them, right?
He's doing this set for us comics. Like he got low.
But he did still make it clear. But he did still make it clear that he's a Trump guy without being quite brave enough to say it. But he did say it.
Yeah, fine. A lot of people are.
Right.
He's still like jabbing both sides.
Right.
He's
Like
mocking
that
the My
voice
Pillow
was-
guy.
Republicans are the party with a good sense of humor. Free speech is under attack, people. I host a show, and each week I get updates what words we're allowed to use and not use anymore. It's happening right now the past few years. It's a real thing. And, you know, used to be able to tell people to Google stuff. My mom's a boomer in the state of Ohio, and there's no convincing her of anything. She's eating the cats. She's eating the dogs. They're eating the pets up there. It is absolutely wild times. It really, really is. And, you know, there's a lot going on. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah. I think it's called Puerto Rico. Okay. All right. Okay. We're getting there. Again, normally I don't follow the national anthem, everybody. This isn't exactly
I
a
was just
perfect
saying,
comedy setup. There's some people
as a
here. All
comic,
right. Very good.
there's better choices than Puerto Rico. Dominican Republic
What do you
would have
mean?
been funnier.
You think so?
Because Puerto Rico's technically part of America. So we get a pass. Not we, like I'm Puerto Rican. Dominican Republic would have been funnier.
What's-
I
What do
like
I
it.
know?
I have other policies that I think it should be implemented as well. Like me personally, I think football should be all year round. Yeah. So many great athletes. I don't know about you guys, but I think that Travis Kelce might be the next O.J. Simpson. Feels good in here. The other side's got a lot of crazy endorsements. Swift, Eminem, Leo DiCaprio, Beyonce. Every day the Democratic Party looks more and more like a P. Diddy party.
Oh, they love that.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's what you guys want.
But here's the thing. But you know what? But here's the thing. It's because they're morons. They didn't get the other jokes. That's the fundamental problem with what he's doing. They're not
But I don't
getting
even know if they're getting them or
jokes.
not. We can't even hear it.
Well, no, but you can tell when they like something because you can hear the cheers. But like he's reacting to that they've been dead. But I'm like, bro, they don't get that this is a joke.
Yeah, they don't know he's a comic. Some of them.
So and they don't understand the jokes. So which goes back to my original point about the time and place part.
All right. Heck yeah. It's a cool black guy with a thing on his head. What the hell is that? A lampshade? Look at this guy. Oh my goodness. Wow. I'm just kidding. That's one of my buddies. He had a Halloween party last night. We had fun. We carved watermelons together. It was awesome. You guys are, this is a groany little morning crowd, huh? It's tough to follow this audition for the next Commissioner Gordon's over here. It is, though. It's crazy times we're living in. I mean, all these pointless wars. It is unbelievable what's happening right now. It is incredible. Ukraine versus Russia, Israel, it's like bad soccer games. Who even cares? What are we doing? Why is our money involved in these wars?
Yeah, they just cheer at things.
When it comes to Israel and Palestine, we're all thinking the same thing. Settle your stuff already. Best out of 3. Rock, paper, scissors. You know the Palestinians are going to throw rock every time. But you also know the Jews have a hard time throwing that paper. You know what I'm saying? All right, we're having fun now. We're cooking.
He's committed to the bit.
Hillary Clinton said that this is a Nazi rally here today. Can you believe that?
Let's see where this goes.
For the most anti-war president of my entire lifetime, and she calls him Hitler. Let me remind you, Hillary, it was your husband who shot innocent people, or as he called them, interns. Yeah, Hillary, I bet you did not see that one coming. By the way, if I commit suicide in 3 weeks, I didn't. I mean, it's just obvious to me who the right candidate is. There's a guy out here dodging bullets. It is unbelievable, right? He took it right in the ear. Unbelievable. I thought about this. I don't know if you have. Coolest place to get shot. Like if you're gonna get shot anywhere on your body, that's where you want it. Right there. Technically, he got shot in the head, depending on if you're a Democrat or a Republican. Right? If you're a Democrat, his ear was grazed. If you're a Republican, he survived a headshot. It is. It's the best place to get shot. It's the only part of the human body will drive a piercing through like a little girl's ear for no reason. Right? There's just it heals fast. Nobody cares. It's the best place to get shot. He went down, saw blood on his hands. I'd imagine he thought right then, I think I just won this shit. Stands up and says the most American words I've ever heard in my life. No. Before that, there was one more. Let me get my shoes.
And these people are die
Fearless. Perhaps still
Die-hard
with an
fans.
active shooter. He's talking like a guy
What'd
that
you
just
say?
had
These people are die-hard fans.
Oh yeah. Yeah, man. There's
the best one-night stand of his life. Right? Like, where's my shoes at? I gotta get the hell out of here. Let me get my shoes. And then the fight. What he did was so cool that Biden got COVID. Oh, yeah. Go back. Look at the timeline of everything again. 3 days after that. That means that Biden, he didn't get that from hanging out with sick people. He was in a sterile room in the White House watching blood running down Trump's face as he pumps his fist. Biden's like, oh, fuck. Oh, God, no. It's true. Trump survived an assassination attempt and Biden got COVID. We vote next week. God voted 3 months ago.
wow.
Another great Austin, Texas
What is
resident,
it? What does it
Elon
say on
Musk,
top?
will be
Trump will
speaking here
fix it?
later today.
What's that?
On top of the podium it says Trump will fix
Trump
it.
will fix it. Yeah, I didn't know.
Trump will fix it.
Unbelievable. Genius. You guys saw him shoot that rocket into outer space, the largest aircraft ever, fires it off into space, and then parallel parks it back to planet Earth. Meanwhile, Kamala supporters can't parallel park their Toyota Priuses properly. Sorry, I listen to Elon Musk. I follow his lead. The world's smartest, richest man has my attention. Except for when it comes to stock trading, then I listen to Nancy Pelosi. But censorship is amongst us, people. It's a very, very, very big deal. And I'm just here to say that you guys are for the right candidate. Tell your friends. Let's close it out. And let's make speech free again. Make America healthy again. Let's beat the team from California. The team from New York should beat the team from California, not only in this election, but in the World Series of Baseball, America's sport. I love you, New York. God bless New York. God bless America. Let's make it great again. I love you. Thank you. Welcome.
Well, it was that moment that I realized Tony Hinchcliffe's a fucking idiot. I mean, because you can't be smart and think that this guy could make the country better. Unless you have I give a pass to people who are like one issue voters, even though I think that's dumb too. And they're like, hey, I just care about this one thing, and that's it. But like to be a seemingly reasonable person and be like,
Oh,
actually
there's a
get up
lot
in
of
public and
reasonable people that don't want immigrants, don't want abortion, want guns, want free speech. They're not.
but they're
They're all
not
idiots.
reasonable. Yeah, most of
Just
them. I
because
think
they
most of
disagree with
them
you,
are
they're
not smart.
idiots.
Most of
That's it.
them are not
You just
smart.
blanket it all the time. You just
Well, I mean, just go look at the
everyone who
statistics,
disagrees
right?
with you is an idiot.
Educated people are voting for Kamala. That's statistically
But what
true.
about people, not Trump supporters, but people who are very religious who believe abortion is
Right.
wrong? They believe
Absolutely.
it. It's true in their hearts.
No, I get it. I'm
I'm not
not
talking
talking
about
about them.
people that go fucking stand in front of abortion clinics and fuck people. I'm
No,
just
I
saying
hear,
they truly believe it.
I left that caveat. Like, yes, there are those people that's just, it's their issue. Not even, I've heard multiple people say, I don't like him, but I'm not giving them a pass, but I get it. But like, that's not Tony Hinchcliffe's thing. He's just a white
Tony
guy who
Hinchcliffe
he doesn't give
is
a fuck.
having a
He thinks they're coming for his
great.
free speech.
Yeah, those guys really do feel they were shut down by fucking woke shit, woke liberal shit.
Yeah, he
They
looks,
really
he
feel that
sort of
way.
seems shut down. Man, only
No, but
3
they
nights at the
conquered
Garden.
it.
He should have done.
But they were a good amount of years where they felt they. I'm not saying they were, they weren't. I'm saying that's how they really felt. Shane Gillis was fired from SNL because of some woke shit.
Okay.
You can't say he can't feel a certain way when some girl, fucking 80 Bryant, got all upset because he made an Asian joke in a character. He was doing a character.
But fine, that's totally fair.
A
But
joke
like
is a
that's
joke.
still,
Jokes are
but that's
jokes.
still, but if you were to take that experience, I hear what you're saying. If you were to take that experience and say, because of that, I think this guy who does not care about anything or anyone but himself should run roughshod over our country, even though there was an insurrection, even though he's a sexual assaulter. He seems like he's closer to being on my side about free speech, or at least that's what he says. I think if that's what makes you make that decision, you are an idiot. Like an actual, you're not bright.
You're no offense, you're an idiot because you're from Washington, you like the fucking Redskins. Well, what's the difference? Just because where you were born? This is because this is where they were born.
What do you mean?
This is the way they grew up.
Who?
Now
You're talking about the people. You're talking about the people at the rally now?
People at the rally, people who support, people who want more conservative lives. I don't knock them. You know what I mean?
But he's not a conservative candidate.
But
he's a moron. He's lying to your face, and you know it. You see that he's lying to their face. Like,
hold on. You talking about me personally?
No.
It's
yes,
all bullshit.
But
Ask
I get
me
it. But
where I'll be November 5th. Ask me where
I know.
I'll be.
Not
here.
Where will you be?
In this basement, fucking around with some jiggas.
But I'm saying
it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. I get it,
but
the candidate you're voting for is also a lying bullshit sack of shit. They all are. Yes,
no, they're not all the same. They're not.
They're psychopaths, sociopaths.
Name the crime she's committed.
I don't know what crimes they commit.
I know. I
you're a
can tell you the crimes
you're a lying.
I can tell you the crimes he's committed. I can tell you the crimes he's committed. I can tell you the people who've committed suicide because they ruined their life and didn't pay them.
You love her all of a sudden. Well, you didn't love her a year ago.
I didn't love Joe Biden. I don't want to love my politician. I just want them to be normal. I just want them to be decent.
That's not what that job is.
Yes,
that job is not for normal people. It's for sociopaths.
But
that job is for sociopaths.
So real quick, you have 5 minutes and someone needs to watch over your kids. You wouldn't trust Kamala to do that before Donald Trump? No, I'm being serious.
What?
You have 5 minutes. You have 5 minutes. You have to run out of your house. And those two people are standing there to watch over your home and children. Which one? What I'm saying is there's a difference. You could say they're all the same, but there's a difference. yes, politicians bad. Oh, I hear you. I'm not in love with Kamala Harris. I just know she doesn't say hateful shit. She doesn't say nasty shit. She doesn't seem erratic. She doesn't seem out of her mind. She doesn't seem obsessed with everyone else's like if I had a friend like Donald Trump, I'd be like, "Bro, can you relax
I
about the crowds? Please,
I
bro."
I understand. Yeah, I would pick Kamala to watch my kids.
Okay,
I
yes, I
understand
scored a point.
how I understand how white people I'm gonna say it. I understand how dumb white people feel this country's being taken away from them. I
Yes,
also
we've talked about
understand
this.
yeah, I also understand that that narrative is being manipulated and pushed towards them. But
Correct.
whoever's
By other
pushing
white
that
people who
narrative
don't even care about them.
yeah, 100%, 100%. Whoever's pushing that narrative is doing an excellent job. They are very good at their job.
Way better than the Democrats are pushing their narrative. That's for sure. The Democrats do the opposite. They hurt their own. They actually promote things that hurt their case.
I think the Democrats are also good at it. It just doesn't rile people up like the white guys who feel their country's being taken away.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing, and this is what bothers me. Here's why someone like Hinchcliffe gets me animated. There are people out there who are ignorant and, like, to your point, were raised a certain way and have these racist ideals that already exist. So if you tap into this, you're losing your country, all that stuff, it really affects them because it's already there and it makes sense. People like Hinchcliffe bother me because, like, I have to think you know better. Like, I just do. Like, you're operating in circles where, like,
Why?
I just
Why?
have to think you would know better.
What doesn't he know? What's wrong?
That the person who you're
He's from Ohio.
supporting,
He's from Youngstown, Ohio.
okay,
I
blue
don't
collar
think he
kind of town.
loves Trump. I think he's just more for also, mind you, I don't want to sit here and defend Hinchcliffe. I don't give a fuck. Like
Right,
I
you
don't
don't know.
fuck with him
You
like
don't know what
that.
he
You know what I'm saying? I
right,
don't
right,
even
right,
like Kill Tony. I think Kill Tony sucks.
right. But you know it's hugely popular,
I
and he's
I
generally a good
I
comedian?
respect that a comedian when I say it sucks, I don't like making fun of comics trying to do their thing, right? That's what Kill Tony is. A comic gets 1 minute and they basically roast them. Known comedians roast newer comedians. I don't think that's a great idea for a show. I respect that a comedian has built something so huge that it's, you know, taken over. I
Right.
respect that. But yeah, politically, like, I know he's from Ohio. He was on the Fully Loaded tour with us. He definitely is like I don't even know if the word's conservative. They're just lean that way, I guess, in certain things, you know?
But Sipe, they're like these basic things that I can't that all these years later, I just sit there and I'm like, "Okay, I'll go as far as understanding you're holding your nose and voting for him because you think all of it's bad." But the fans, like someone who would get on stage, choose in their career, as successful as they are, to get on stage in front of 20,000 people and endorse that person. People like Amber, who decided to make it their brand.
Oh shit.
All
I forgot to tell you. I heard some
I was about to make a
shit.
good point. Wait,
Sorry,
hold
go
on,
ahead.
hold it. All I always go back to are those clips of him talking about how he would fuck his daughter, bro. Like, I'm just like, he literally is like, I would, probably date my daughter if she wasn't my daughter, or a different clip. I mean, she has a beautiful body. Like, he's a fucking weirdo, bro. Like, there are these little, and then there's the insurrection part where, like, I got into an argument with someone I really like. And he was like, I'm not any more bothered by January 6th than I was the protests in 2020. I'm like, wait, some people burned down a Footlocker. They broke into the fucking Capitol and shit in the offices. You see that as the same? They beat a police officer with a flag. He was like, I think all of it's bad. I'm like, what? we saying?
Yes.
Anyways, I want to know what
agree
you're
with
about to
you on
say,
that.
though. 'Cause
I'll tell you right now. I just want to say, I think this polar opposite, left and right, all the way to the far. Somebody got to come in the middle. Somebody got somewhat in the middle. Listen, I'm a
But honestly,
liberal,
Biden,
but I don't
but
agree with
Biden's kind of,
abortion.
but Biden,
Like,
well, fine. That's a specific thing. That's always
yeah,
going to be
like
fucking complicated. But by the way,
he's
Biden is not that liberal, and they made him. They want you to believe he's the most. They
yeah,
want you to believe
the
he's
party pushes those things.
and no, and that's what the Trump. When all these people with their "fuck Joe Biden" signs, I'm like, he's just an old white guy, regular politician. He's not even edgy. But what were you going to say when I brought up Amber?
I heard some shit. We gotta go. Conspiracy theory. I heard some people are getting checks, big checks, life-changing checks.
You
Like the
did
dudes that were in the Bronx. What's his name?
the barbershop?
No, the one that was at the Trump thing. That he got in trouble.
The rapper?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I heard there's some people getting big checks.
By
And
the
your
way,
girl,
that's what people spec.
your girl might be
You think
one.
she got? And then want to know my other little conspiracy theory while we're here?
Mm-hmm.
Have you noticed that? I'm sure you have. Maybe you haven't. That Charla Magay is like literally, practically a surrogate for Kamala. Like he's out for her. Like he's
Well, but
that's
somebody told me there's Charlemagne in a Trump commercial all
so
throughout the
okay.
Yankee game.
By the way, that's hilarious. We'll get to that in a second. So Charlemagne is literally moving around like he works for her. I saw him talking once with like a picture of her in the background. Like I think
Yeah.
he literally is working for her now, right?
Yeah. Good. Yeah.
Here's my theory. He was always for like the last year working for her.
Uh-huh.
And that's why before they took Biden out, he wouldn't commit to supporting Biden
Because they were gonna.
because he already was working for her.
Okay, we know Charlemagne. Who doesn't want to have a president in their phone? A president.
I get
Who
I hear
doesn't
you.
want that?
Well, I think they probably mostly line up. I still can't believe that people of her importance hug him and sit next to him as if he doesn't have crazy shit out there. But
Yeah, but
the
they don't
funniest,
see all that. He talks to the black voters.
I can't. It's 2024, Scythe, and by a country mile, he is the
Okay.
most important black voice in politics. By
Okay.
a country, there's nobody
Okay.
even
So
second after him.
here's why I hate politics. Because you are running for president of the United States and all your staff and all your people don't see that. And then you go back later when it comes out and you're like, oh, we didn't know. That's the bullshit. That's the bullshit. He
They
got the
had to have
numbers
known.
right now. We need the numbers. Fuck it.
That's it. I hear you.
That's the
Now,
bullshit.
how about on a comedic level? He's all out for Kamala. I think he's working for Kamala.
Mhm.
Let's go. And yet, even when he tries to support the left, him and Envy are the face of the #1 commercial the Republicans are
Well,
running.
how?
You want to see it? Have you not seen it?
Run it and then we got to
Oh,
go.
all right. We really have to
Because I
go.
don't watch the Yankee game.
It was on football all day yesterday. It's been on constantly. Trump commercial. Well, back to your point, Saif, and about how bad the messaging is on the side of the Democrats and how much better it is on the side of the Republicans. All they run commercials about is trans shit. That's all they run commercials about.
Yeah.
You would think that Kamala's #1 issue and why she's running for president is to make everyone trans.
Her being from San Francisco doesn't help.
Does not. All right, here you go. This is the
Kamala supports taxpayer-funded sex changes for prisoners.
Surgery.
For prisoners.
For prisoners. Every transgender inmate in the prison system would have access.
Hell no, I don't want my taxpayer dollars going to that.
Kamala supports transgender sex changes in jail with our money.
Kamala even supports letting biological men compete against our girls in their sports. Kamala is for they, them. President Trump is for you.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Wait, but what did they clip that Envy and Charlemagne shit?
He's asking it as a question.
Right.
He's saying he doesn't believe it.
Yeah.
For sure.
But do they have to, somebody was asking me, do they have to clear that?
No. We're in one. I'm in a Trump one. My face talking to Kamala.
Why don't they have to clear that?
I don't know. Because it aired, it happened. I don't know.
That's crazy. Because what about those people that are like, I don't want Trump walking out to my song? Like,
yeah, that exactly. I don't get it.
Envy and Charlemagne are like, hey, take us out of that fucking commercial.
That's a really interesting question, Cipha. If you can fight back on them playing your song at a rally, why can't you fight back on that?
Yeah. Unless they got that chickadee check.